I've asked Jacqueline to share her experience with this step.
Good morning, everyone. My name's Jackie. I am an alcoholic, and I appreciate you asking me to share in this reading, but this is something I have to do for service. I've been led through the process with the help of a loving higher power, a Big Book Step Study sponsor, meetings like this, individuals like you, continuing to practice, continuing to make amends, and the latter steps to the best of my willingness. And I'm nervous. When I first came in here, there was hardly no one in here, and it's like everyone's in here now. This is really a great step. I don't want to get into the drunk-a-log, but I'm also an addict. However, I've been around the fellowship for quite some time, and the old-timers, I guess they scared me to death, because if you talked about drugs, they would shut you down, right? But just to let you know, alcohol and drugs are part of my story. And let's see. Again, I've been around the fellowship, 1989, several relapses. I had 8 years of one time, 8 years another time, and as a result of me attempting to manage my life, I relapsed because I did not have this solution. Let's see. So I got notes because I'll start lying or making up stories, right? So today I see why God surrendered me to Big Book Step Study. I'm forever grateful. I probably would be dead if I wasn't here. And you don't have to be 6 feet under to be dead. I was dead inside. Okay. God brought me to this fellowship. I had 14 years of dry sobriety. I had a sponsor. Her name was Doreen. God rest her soul. She passed away. And lo and behold, who her sponsor was, I have today. And we didn't know that till months later. So the sponsor I have today, I'm forever grateful for her. The time she shared with me is a blessing, and anyone that sponsors, time is so important, and I really appreciate that from my sponsor, because nobody gave me any time growing up, because I wasn't worth the time, so I thought. I didn't know what I was doing when I got here. I just did what she told me to do. I showed up. I met her every week during COVID. And so the time I had in the program was just time. And today I see time's important, but it really isn't that important, because I just had no solution. And so that page they speak about, the first page is blank. I knew nothing when I got here, but I tried to pretend. So when you did that, you did the third step, the God, I offer myself to thee, to build, whatever, right? I was faking that funk. I didn't even know that. I didn't learn that to the bitter end. So I knew nothing when I got here. So being led through the process with a Big Book Step Study sponsor, I just read. I didn't know what I was reading. It didn't matter. I know before I got here I wanted to die. I lost my mother. I lost my husband. I lost my best friend. I lost my favorite uncle. And I literally wanted to end it. I had a fleeting thought, I didn't want to be here anymore. And God brought me here. So, more about alcohol. It was very important because I didn't know anything about why I was drinking. I didn't know why I was restless, irritable, and discontent. I was told I was hyperactive all my life, right? So, coming here, I found out I was restless, irritable, and discontented. I I was unwilling to admit I was an alcoholic, but I knew something was wrong growing up because I was always on punishment. And then I got used to being alone. So I would be by myself all the time, and I was all right with it. But come to find out today, that I was isolating my whole life when I was like 9, 10. Let's see. And I grew up in the projects. I'm from Boston, right? And not blaming my mother, not blaming my parents, but, how I grew up, I thought I was normal. So today I can honestly say, like, everything I thought I knew prior to coming to Big Book was a fantasy, was an illusion. I had to be retrained. My mind had to be retrained, and it still has to be retrained, because just because I've been led through the steps doesn't mean I'm all better. That's why I got to keep coming here. Okay, so I had no real attempts to get sober. And I'm in the book, it says, I drink alcohol till the gates of hell. And the bottom line, I never wanted to quit. I wanted to be drunk, high all the time. I wanted to forget. Today, I can honestly say I fully conceded. When I first got here, I didn't. I did not. I had to keep coming. I kept coming. I listened to each and every one of you in here, and I started to believe and trust and have faith in what you said was true, because what I saw coming in here, I didn't see at a regular AA meeting. I not downing AA, but I was always in the problem, talking about the war stories. And coming here, I learned it's not about the problem, it's the solution. And that solution is my Creator, who I choose to call God. The unmanageability was in my life was seen in black and white. It took me 2.5 years to be led through the process. And I could no longer deny I was nuts. I was not using the steps. I got that from Fern. She sends it to me all the time. And not using the steps, I was nuts. Yeah. All the thoughts I had was in fantasy. I thought I was running things. The unmanageability of my life. And I see today, something was wrong with me. And I didn't know what it was, and until I was introduced to more about alcohol. Thank you, Kathy, for the I. Like, I was killing myself. I was suffering. I was not doing well at all. I've had nice handcuffs, okay? I've been in the hospitals, and you could threaten me, you could pray over me, no matter what. I wanted to do what I wanted to do, and I did it. And as a result of that, there was consequences, right? But knowing the consequences and doing it anyway, So I didn't know what I didn't know, and that's the bottom line. I never tried to stop drinking, but I did visualize, well, Jackie, if you don't drink before noontime, right, you're not an alcoholic. But I couldn't wait. I wanted to drink. Let's see. So doing whatever I wanted, selfish, inconsiderate, self-seeking. I didn't want to stop until I got into a jam, right? Until I got into a jam. But I was BSing myself, because once I got out the jam, I was doing the same thing. Those January 1st, New Year's Eve resolutions never worked for me. So I deliberately went out to get drunk all the time. I was suffering. So Jim, Fred, the jaywalker, when I got here, I was like, what the hell are they talking about? So the bottom line is, like, you can come from Yale or jail. This thing doesn't discriminate. You can have all the money in the world, all the education in the world. You can be that nice, cute girl, you know, doing a great job at work. Who cares? Because when, you know, I start drinking, I am not cute. I'm like a Heckle and Jekyll. I think I'm superwoman. Like, sarcasm, like, I still get it sometimes because I liked that stuff, but it was fear. It was fear. You know, I wanted to be tough. You couldn't hurt me. No, I'm sensitive. I'm loving. I'm kind. Today, one thing I want to say is, sponsorship. It's really important. You know, if you're new here, you're not new here, sponsorship is important because this wouldn't have happened without the sponsor, right? I'm not a fake, I'm not a phony. Sometimes, it depends on what situation it is, but I'm being real about this. Sponsorship is very important. I want to say to the people in this meeting that was here when I got here, thank you. Thank you. Because, you know, when I came in here, right, this is how nuts I was. I'm like, all these white people, I'm the only black one in here. What the fuck? But check it out. I said, I'm going anywhere because I knew it was something here, right? And I still come no matter what. Listen, I'm being realistic about it, right? Because I was going regularly and, you know, it was diverse. But, like, I was like, I'm staying. You know, even some meetings, you know, other meetings I used to go to, if they were all, you know, if I didn't think they wanted me there, I was like, screw you, I'm going. But I did that in my alcohol days, too. I would do stuff like that, go where I didn't think I was wanted, right? You know, and so I just want to add to, like, about alcoholism, how cunning this disease is. So it talked about, I think him going, I'm not sure which one. He went to a restaurant that he frequented all the time, and, you know, he just set himself up. I think it was Jim. Was it Jim? Yeah. He just set himself up. Oh, I'm going in here for a sandwich, right? Oh, yeah, I'm going to have some milk. Yeah, right. He was setting himself up the whole time, right? I correlate this with, if any of you remember Jordan Marsh and 5 Lanes, right? I would go by the window, right? I'd see something I like, right? I'm like, no, I ain't getting in recovery. Well, Jordan Marsh and 5 Lanes isn't here anymore, so we'll say Lord and Taylor. I'd go, oh, I like this, right? But I didn't have the money to get it, right? And then I'd go another week, right? Didn't have the money. But I was setting myself the whole time, right? So once I had the money, I was going to get what I want. The obsession, like the compulsion, like surrender for me is just knowing that I'm not God. I wouldn't be sitting here if I was, right? Back to thanking each and every one of you. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Every fiber of my being, because you helped me. I can name a damn near all of you. You helped me each and every time. I'm not a big book thumper. I don't articulate like word for word, but I'm just me, you know? I'm just me. I love who I am today. I love my sponsors. I love my friends that are sitting there supporting me. I could name you, but that wouldn't be fair to everyone else. But I guess that's it. Whew.